everybody, and welcome back to another Reentry spaceflight simulator video. Last time we got ourselves on our escape trajectory towards the moon, and today we're actually still doing that same scenario. I went ahead and decided to restart it here because, yeah, I went ahead and went through the tutorials. It actually turns out that we never even did those tutorials. So yeah, I went through those, and yeah, I now know exactly what I need to do to actually complete the scenario successfully. Also, I figured out where this thing is. It's down here. We can actually just, go ahead and reset the clock there. There we go, and stop it. There we go, reset it and stop it, so that way it's like that. That's probably fine like that. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and find the EMS tool so we can do the, we haven't separated from the S4B yet. I feel like this is a good point to just kind of get back into things. I know we got past this point before, but we'll do it again, seeing as I know a bit more things. So yeah, GNC reference. Oh yeah, right here. Delta V setup. There we go. That's the checklist they want us to run. Oh, that's the checklist they want us to run, Houston. There we go.
Roger, good idea. Let's set it up. We'll use a DV of 0 to just see the offset, so setting DV to 0 FPS.
Yeah, we don't need that. It's optional. Alright, so EMS Delta V function is that, yeah, it's over there. Delta V set. So that's already set to 0. Set Delta V indicated to require Delta V. EMS function Delta V. Alright, perfect.
Checklist complete.
Very easy.
The next checklist is the CSM separation prep checklist.
CSM separation prep.
Starting the CSM. Roger.
Yep, running the checklist, doing the things. Okay, bam. Probe extended. Okay, extend the docking probe. Open the propellant. Open the other propellants. Turn on our RCS. Ooh, I think it's, yeah, it's 2 down, then 2 up, then down, up, down, down, up. I'm getting familiar with that. EMS function Delta V set. Yeah, we already did that. It wants us to set our Delta V to negative 100. I think we'll just ignore that because it wants us to do, we'll do the other thing anyway. FDI scale 5 to 1. Attitude roll rate, CMD, and low? Yes, low. Okay. Set ASCP R equals 0. Pitch equals 0, yaw equals 180. Is that this thing? I think that's this thing again that we had to mess around with. I'm not clicking on those buttons. I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, SC continued CMC. Alright. And alright, dude. There we go. And pop those open. Servo power. And then we can set our little timer to 59:30. So minutes. So yeah, we can click up the minutes here. 5, and then click it the other way to get the regular minutes instead of the tens of minutes, and then 30. So yeah, you push the switch up. I don't know if it says there, but yeah, you push it up to get minutes tens, push it down to get units, which is like singular. So that's how you do that, and you get that set the way you want it. The mission timer, the event timer, event timer. It's D-event timer. I don't know. These acronyms kind of confuse me a little bit. There's so many of them. FC react valves. Latch. Let's see if I can just reach over there and yank that. There we go. And then verb 62E. Verb 62. Enter. Seems like the system's kind of doing its own thing. Can I just get you to stop that? Can I just get you to stop? Can you just stop? There we go. Reset. There we go. Verb 62. There we go. Okay. And now we retract the probe? Yes, we retract it now.
You are free to complete the separation. Use TH-run feature on the CSM separation checklist.
Alright, we're doing the separation.
When the checklists ask you to thrust forward, hold the FWD translation button, default, H, and while holding, trigger the separation.
I'm pretty sure we do that with this in VR, but yes, I understand.
Prepare for separation.
Pretty sure this is our translation handle. This is our pitch, yaw, roll handle. And I don't think I'm quite in the seat properly, but it's okay. Ooh, I just want to make sure that you guys can still see the game. The game did get an update, so I wonder if they did fix some of the issues with that, because that was crazy. I don't know what happened. The game just decided, yeah, you don't get to see the game anymore. I mean, I could still see it in VR, but you guys couldn't see anything on the screen. So anyway, key verb 49E. All right, 49. Okay, we get numbers. Compute docking attitude, if not provided. Yes, I think they want us to plug that into here, right? The docking attitude. Roll 60, pitch plus 180. So let's just do, we can do verb 25. And this will allow us to edit all 3 sectors. So minus 60. Plus 180. And then the bottom one as is. Which is just plus. Oh. I guess minus 0 works fine as well. There. Alright, perfect. Oh yeah, there we go. We can use verb 25. Yeah, I think we just did that. Used verb 25E to load in the docking attitude. Yeah, now we just hit proceed. There we are. More switches to flip. Turn on the logic. RCS command. RCS is in command. Pyros. Armed. GDC realign. Alright, boop. Set you to normal. Start the timer? Okay, start the timer. Because at 3950, they want us to set CMC mode to auto. Where's that switch? Where's that one? CMC. Oh, here. It should be here. There we go. CMC mode auto. There we are. All right. And it hit 0. So we push the set button. SEM LV sep. Right? Yep. That's the one.
There she goes. Separation complete. Translating away from it.
Yeah, so let me just grab this. I can't. Things in the way there. There you go, 0.5 feet per second. Okay, so we thrust it away. Yeah, my side panel's literally right there. I didn't even realize. But we're getting a lot of messages.
Great. When ready, translate back to null the EMSDV offset, so we can station keep the SIVB.
Oh yes, okay. So we should be good now, so let's null that. Perfect, okay.
Good separation. When ready, set the CMC mode to free, and manually center the SIVB in the commander's window.
Alright, let me just open all these again, because they want me to. More RCS, and then these darn React valves.
Remember, we are on a fuel budget, so use very slow maneuvers, let the CSM take her time rotate.
Yeah.
Then maneuver a bit around it. We have about 10 minutes to spare for formation flying.
So yeah, we'll do some formation flying.
We have 10 minutes. Stay clear of it. Recommend a minimum distance of 50 feet. If you need less time than 10 minutes, use time scale.
Okay. Okay, that's auto. I think I want to go free. Hold mode? Let's try hold. No, I think I want free. It's not letting me do any maneuvering. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we'll just do a bit of yaw in that direction. And eventually we should see it. Alright, let me just make sure. Yeah, everything seems fine on you guys' end. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we are pivoting our way towards the S4B. Let it do a slow roll. No need to rush things. No need to rush things. Okay, let's quit out of here. Actually, we might be able to proceed with this, actually. I'm not sure. We have something here. Let's try that. I think if we set to auto... Yeah, it's doing that. But if we hit proceed on this... Yeah, there we go. Look, it's adjusting. I think that we set here an attitude to look at the S4B. So maybe that's what it's going to do. So that's kind of cool, you know? We don't need to do all this manually. We have technology advantages. So we just click the button, and it's automatically going to aim us towards, you know, our lunar lander. All we got to do is thrust forward. Simple. Thrust forward, grab it, pull it out of there, and get on our way down to the moon. Yeah, we'll just see what this thing does. It seems like, yeah, it's Picking an interesting attitude, unless it's gonna put us back in the same attitude we were just in. Which, if that's the case, I don't know. But yeah, we'll just let it do its thing.
A few minutes later.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it seems like we are being positioned towards it. We're still rotating towards it. But yeah, we should be right next to this thing, hopefully. Perfect transposition and docking sequence, which we, failed to do before. So that's cool. Hey, look, there's Earth again. It's still got the roll going. I think we're facing right at it. I just can't see it because the windows in here are not great. Okay, we'll let it finish doing its thing, and then I will go into manual mode. But yeah, I think we're basically pointing right at it. I just need to pitch down a little bit. Because once it gets to 0, if it's gonna stop the... Is it gonna stop the roll? Yep, there it goes. It stopped it. Right on cue. Look at that. And yep, it went to 50, which means it's done doing its aligning. So this is the orientation we told the system to go into. Okay, yes. I'm gonna go into regular mode. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, hand. Okay. Let's see if pitching down slightly allows us to see it, because I think that's where it is. There we are. So yeah, we were a bit below it, I guess, but that was fine. It was honestly like SAS. Yeah, just auto SAS, and then, yeah, there we are. Unfortunately, my tracking is horrific when doing this. I really need to figure out a better setup for reentry. Because, yeah, I'm, like, only in view of, like, one tracking station, I think. And it's not the best. Maybe if I scoot back a little bit, it'll be a bit better. Okay, let's try translating up. No, not that direction, Houston. Okay. There we are. We can see it. Nice. It's right there. Maybe we can just stay right here and watch it kind of adjust its course, its trajectory or something. Just watch it from right here. Be kind of neat.
Okay, stay clear of the launch vehicle. The venting process will start in 2 minutes.
Okay, let's start getting out of here. Alright, bye. Nope. Alright, bye. I want to get a good view of this venting process as well. I feel like that would be nice. And I feel like from down here we're safe. I feel like we're safe if the engine were to reignite. It would just go vooey. And we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. But I'm not entirely sure. It might still be a bad time if the engine were to light, because I don't know how wide it spreads out. We might still get hit by some backwash. But there it is. There's the S4B. Wow. The whole thing in that window. The whole thing fits in that window. It's a small window. It's a big thing.
Venting started.
Oh. Can we see it?
Roger, thank you for the ride, SIVB. We are on our own now.
Yeah, we are.
Sure is, and the moon is ahead of us.
The moon is ahead of us, or behind us. It's somewhere. But yes, theoretically speaking.
Indeed, we should do the IMU alignment.
Yep, the thing that I've finally learned how to do. Do we just watch? I think we just sit here and watch it. I think this is fine. This is a fine attitude to be in. Okay.
We will use the P52 IMU realign checklist to complete the procedures. It's a complex checklist, so a helper checklist has been made to enable the run feature. Open the P52 aid, refsmat checklist and press run.
Roger. Alright, so this is where I got confused last time. So checklist, we're gonna go all the way down here. I just wanna see. That thing's still venting. I don't think so. They could probably cancel our Delta V. Zero this out. No, come on. There we go. Okay, so that's zeroed out now. So now at least we're not drifting. Okay, so where was it again? So P52, IMU realign, and then we have the aid, the refs mat. So, click run on this.
If this is your first time running P52, I suggest you read the helper checklist description to understand the procedure. Try to be as precise as possible when performing the marks.
Roger.
I suggest you also open the real P52 I am you realign checklist and follow the steps while the guide helps you through. My advice is to always follow the checklists even if you are using the run feature.
Roger.
And take your time with the procedure.
Yes. Okay. So yes, we'll just go through here and kind of read this. So verify CMC is on. CMC is the command module computer, which is on. These abbreviations always throw me for a loop. I have no idea what the abbreviations are half the time, but no, CMC is the computer. And the ISS is this, the inertial something system. So yeah, those are on. And we don't have an attitude light. We don't have a no attitude light. So we are fine on there. So verify optics is on. We need to go down here and turn on the optics. So let me make sure this isn't going to mess with anything, because going down there is usually a problem. But let's see, can we go to ADC Disky? Yeah, I don't see an option to actually go down there. Well, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go down here. What's the game say? Out of bounds. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the VR recorder. Alright, so now you guys are seeing what I am seeing. And when I go down here, nothing. As you can see, you can still see it. Everything is still visible. We got a lot of things down here. So the optics are these things right here. And we have to verify that they are working. We also have like verbs and nouns displayed down here, which is kind of cool. Okay, CMC. I think that's what they mean by optics are on. I can't. Again, I don't entirely remember, but I think if I look through here, yeah, we see optics. How do I get out? How do I get out of optics? Oh, there we go. Okay. We figured out how to leave the optics. So let's see now if I can get back into my seat. Maybe it's easier if I do this. Blind you guys. And then click the seat. And then realign. Why can't I? Hello? This really broken? It was even more broken than I thought it would be. Okay, now get back to the seat. Get back to the seat. There we go. Yeah, that optics should be on. I can't click any of this. Tracking. Hello? Can I at least... No, I can't even scroll through these. Okay, I'll try and remember what it was. So anyway, 37. I guess I need to hit proceed here. No, actually, no. Clear. I think it was fine the way it was. Verb 37. Okay. And then 52. Operator error. Huh, it's giving the same error, even though I think I turned the optics on. I thought turning the optics on would have fixed that. I wonder if that's an issue with this scenario specifically. Oh, actually, there's a computer down here, too, I can use. I completely forgot about the computer down here. Oh, that's handy. Maybe there's a switch over here. I mean, I was able to look into the optics. Does that not mean they're on? Maybe this needs to be a manual mode. 0. 37. I don't know if that one's actually doing anything. It's updating. Oh, that one's not even updating either. I think I gotta reset it. Reset. There we go. This one's just got a very dim screen. I guess because it would be you'd be looking through a telescope, so you wouldn't want to look at a very bright screen afterward. That makes sense. Because you're looking at very dim stars in the night sky. So anyway, verb 37. Enter. 52. Enter. Okay, there we go. It's running. 52 is running. Okay. I still can't check this. Let's just... Oh, that's the problem. I need to look at this. I need to see what this is. I need to view my... I need to do things on here and I can't anymore. Okay. I just realized the game paused itself. So maybe that's the issue? No. Okay, that was the issue. Now we have another issue, though. It's gone into some dev mode I don't understand, and I don't know what to do. Close, escape, leave. I don't need to edit the mission. I want to go back to the regular one. How do I do that? Go back and make a save state. Hold on, I'll see if save state works. If it doesn't, then... Alright, so it's now saying checklist complete. I don't know why. We didn't do it. We didn't do the checklist at all. So, not sure what you're on about there. But anyways, I think the optics are... The optics are on now, so we can run... Okay, we're just going to go through the checklist like normal. ignore what it's saying, but yeah, at least we don't have to do the whole scenario over again, which I am thankful for. Verb 37, enter, 52, enter. So now we're running P52. We now get N06. All right. So now we're going to run verb 22 and then push 0, 0, 0, 0, 3. That was weird. Verb 22 plus 0, 0, 0, 0. This CMC is busted. Plus 0, 0, 0, 0, 3. Enter, proceed. So I think what that did is that told us we were going to give it 3, we're going to give it 2 star sightings. So 003 means 2 star sightings, which is enough to align the IMU to a certain degree. So now we're going to verify V50 and 25 with checklist code 15. Yep, that is what that is saying. Now we're going to click on the scope and enter the scope to observe. And we want to make sure our operational mode is manual. Yeah, that is manual. We want to make sure this is slave to XXT. And our coupling is direct. All right. So that is all good. So we're going to go into here and find ourselves a happy little star. Can I not move the scope? Oh, it is moving. In VR, this might not be working as intended, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, because we're basically got to look into here and align it on a star, but I can't move this around at all. Yeah, it's like stuck. I can like wobble it. Is that to manual? What else? This is 0 off. Oh, there we go. Okay. I guess 0 zeros it. That would make sense. Okay. So yeah, okay, so there we go. Okay, we can find a star. Let's grab this one down here. See if we can rotate, and then we can do this. So this guy is something 06. Can't quite read that. It's something 06. Is that Alderon? Very finicky. Okay, there we go. Yes, we'll mark you. Oh, Akamar. Akamar, okay. So I think we just marked that, and it was 006. So verb 22, verb 21, my bad, plus 0, 0, 0, 0, 6. There we go, so that's our first star marked. If it did mark, I'm not sure if it did or not. The VR controls are kind of weird. Maybe I can see VR controls. Let's see down here. Rebind, push switch, positive, primary button. Okay, so we did that. And I clicked proceed, nothing happened. Oh, now it did a thing. Okay, now it should give us a new code, N16 flashing. Okay, we did all that. V50 N25 with code 16 flashing. It's not doing that. Do I click proceed again? Okay. New star. Okay. I'm sure it's now just wants another star. So let's find another one for you. How about this guy right down here? He looks nice. He looks like a nice star to mark. You know. Alright, that's 004. Yeah, so that's 004. That is Achernar. I never heard of these stars before. Very interesting. Must be like Southern Hemisphere or something. Okay, I think that's marking interact left. I'm not sure what button interact left is supposed to be. Yeah, that's 004, so we can just proceed with that. Oh, 170. I guess we can go back to 006. It's not a problem. Oh yeah, there's 006. Okay, 51 is now flashing. What does that mean? I guess just proceed. Okay, is that good? Did we do it? Yeah, I think we did that. Oh, we marked the stars. We did the thing. We aligned the IMU. That's probably as good as we're gonna do it in VR anyway. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Being able to do a bit of astronomy and stuff to try and align the IMU. Very, very interesting system there. So there we go. We'll go ahead and say Roger.
Great, let's continue the coasting towards the moon.
Yep, let's do that.
If anyone wants some music for the journey, feel free to use the jukebox. You can bring your own mixtapes on the journey too.
Roger.
Good job Apollo 8, Dragon. This completes this mission, and this phase of the journey.
Roger. So I'm going to go and take a little break, but in this video we're also going to go ahead and do this next mission, because yeah, we technically did this mission last time. I just didn't know how to do all that P52 stuff, but you know, you got a feel for it. We did it properly, so that's fun. Anyways, yep. Alrighty, next mission.
We are 1 hour and 30 minutes away from reaching our closest point to the moon. At that point we will ignite the SBS engine and perform the lunar orbit injection burn.
Roger, we will start preparing for the burn. Alright, so here we are on our way to our closest approach of the moon. Can't quite see the moon. Oh no, there it is. There's the moon. Wow, it's very big. It's very big out that window. That one is very big out that one. Yeah, I'm sure it's obvious. Alright.
Open the CSM burn planner.
CSM burn planner. Alright. So, just like what we did with the S4B before, we do burn planner. Here we have S4B burn planner, but then we have just regular burn planner. So we do that. Okay. So we're going to burn retrograde. Open the burn planner. Okay. Well, we did do that. Let's just put in an arbitrary value so they know we have it open, because I think that's what happens in delta V.
Set the burn phase to 0, as we want the burn to take place at PE, the closest point our orbit currently takes us to the moon.
Alright, okay, so phase 0. I don't know how much delta V that is.
Then set the burn direction to retrograde.
Yep.
Then set the DV to about 3150 feet/s,
That's
for a
close.
value that will bring you into an elliptical orbit where AP is at about 170 nmi altitude.
Okay. That was close. Yep, 170 nmi and perigee is 58. Nice.
Verify that the burn planner estimates an elliptical orbit, and press request when ready.
Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, so we'll go ahead and execute that.
Apollo 8, time of SBS ignition is 69 hours 15 minutes and 18 seconds.
Nice.
With DV of 3150 FPS retrograde. Burn attitude with current refsmat is roll 132.83, pitch 247.67, yaw 302.90. Use P30, then V49E to maneuver to this attitude, or align the IMU to the new uplink preferred refsmat using P52, opt 1 with attitude 0,0,0. P30 pad, MNVR, burn requested.
Alright.
The burn will take place in the shadow of the moon, where the moon will block communications with Earth.
Yep.
It will also be pitch black, so we will need to rely on our instruments to verify our orientation.
Roger.
Let's prepare the burn using P30, then configure the IMUS to preferred orientation for the burn. This way, if we maintain pitch and yaw on 0, we will be in the correct orientation.
Alrighty.
Roger, key V37E30E on the DSKY to run P30.
Okay, so verb 37, noun 30. So that's program 30. That has our information on there. So 69 hours, 15 minutes, 18 seconds. That is our mission elapsed time.
The burn tool should have inserted the values into the CMC. Verify the time of ignition, TIG, and press Pro.
Yep, so that's good. We then have our Delta V. Is that our Delta Vs? I think that's our Delta Vs.
Then hit Pro on N81 where R1, R2, and R3 should have the planned DV of the burn.
Yep. Alright. Plan DV. It's going to calculate, and okay, more values.
Hit Pro on V42.
Okay. I think... I can't remember what these values mean, but they're values. But we don't really care about them. Okay. And this just gets us to our countdown, which should start soon. Yep.
N45 is now counting down to the burn. Max value is 5959. Press Pro to exit P30.
Okay. I think we need to auto-orient ourselves in the correct direction as well, so we'll hit that. We know that that's going to be good for us.
Great. Then align the IMU with the burn direction.
Yeah, we got to align the IMU.
Roger. Use the run feature of the P52 aid. Preferred checklist.
Oh, we got to do the P52 thing again. Okay. Oh, great. Hopefully this actually works on this end. Okay, well, I guess we get to try it again. Oh, preferred checklist.
Aligning the IMU to the preferred orientation.
Preferred orientation. Okay, so we're not just aligning it anyway. We're aligning it to the preferred orientation. So I don't think we need to do star tracking and stuff like we did before. So Earth, lunar power off. Verb 3-7. Noun 5-2. Okay. Wait for 0406. Okay. Okay. Verb 22. Enter. Plus 00001. So this is going to be instead of, so yeah, 001 for preferred option instead of star align option. So preferred. Proceed. All right. Numbers. Verify N0622. Yes. Press proceed. Check FDAI altitude. Hey, look, it changed. It did a thing. That was easy.
I misaligned.
That was very easy. Okay, let us get into orientation before the loss of signal on the DSKY key verb 39E to start the automated maneuvering on the routine. Yes, okay. Verb 49. So we should already have this all programmed in, so we shouldn't have to worry about anything there. Yes, we just hit proceed with the alignment. And we gotta set this to auto. And make sure it has RCS control. Yeah, RCS is opened. Those are set to rate 1. Those are set to command rate. Command module computer. Alright, that should be good.
Our burn attitude is 0,0,0. Use V25 or V21, V22, V23 to set
P40 GNN FPS thrusting checklist. Okay. So command module computer is on. Yes. That's on. That's on. Okay. I think we did that. Thing verb. Do we hit pro again? There we go. Okay, now it's aligning. Okay. Cool. So we're aligning to our thing. We did that. Okay, guys, wait for the auto maneuver to be done. And then we'll be good. I think we were pretty much already, like, aligned pretty good. Honestly. Actually, maybe I want to do a GDC align. Yeah. So that way you do the same thing. Yeah, because this is the IMU. That's the GDC. So, yeah, I think we wanted to do that. So that way they both have the same value on there. That's good. Maybe that wasn't good. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm not sure. It's doing rotation things. That's probably good. Oh, optics 0. Okay, 0 the optics. There they are down there. Let's see if I can reach those from up here. Or I'll be back. Doop. Okay, I came back from a scary mission zeroing the optics. Alright. Yeah, let's wait for this auto maneuver to be done. And then we can do all that stuff. Yeah, I can't see where the moon is anymore. We're definitely not aiming towards it anymore. But that's probably good. It's probably behind us. That's probably what we wanted. Or we want it to be like out this window or that window somewhere. Like, is it out your window? No. Alright, there we go. Finally. So, verb 3700. Verb 37. Alright, let's reset it. I don't know why it threw an error at me. I'm just doing what I'm told to.
Follow the checklist until the DSKY shows N40 with the countdown to the burn.
Okay.
Okay, N40 is showing and counting down.
No, it's not. See, it looks good. We're like zeroed out here. We're zeroed out there. It looks good. We're aimed to where we want to go. Okay. So I think you're good there.
Roger, verify the orientation, and maintain either manually or automatically. Proceed with the checklist.
Roger.
Good luck with the burn. Feel free to use timescale to get closer to it, but allow enough time to get into orientation again before ignition.
Yeah.
Roger. Burn is planned, platform is set to preferred, and P40 is waiting to execute the burn. LOS will happen before ignition, and ignition will take place in the shadow of the moon. Roger, use timescale if needed and prepare for LOS. Follow the checklist.
Roger. Okay, so ignition prep. 10 minutes to ignition. Okay. So I guess we wait a little bit. We don't really have a countdown here, though. So do we hit proceed? Not really sure. What did it say? P40. N40. Now 40 is showing. Okay, no, now 40 is not showing. So do we just hit proceed? I feel like that's just going to final line us some more. Yeah, I don't know where the countdown's supposed to be. We got a countdown here. Let's go to P40. Okay, I think we want verb 37, enter, 49, noun, 49, enter. There we go. Proceed. Proceed. I'm just going to reset, actually. Reset. No. Proceed. There we go. That's the screen we wanted. Okay. See, we see now 40, 06, and we got our screen. Okay. That's all I wanted to see. We know we're oriented in the proper direction. I just wanted to see that. So yeah, 10 minutes till ignition. We will do things. And actually, I'm going to have you count down, actually. I'll have you count down for a little bit. I'm going to have you stop at 10 minutes. And then we'll have a countdown and then a count up to our burn. I think that'll be good for you. Yeah, we should be good from there. But yeah, 10 minutes to ignition. We got all this stuff to do. But yeah, I can't even see the moon anymore. Oh, I see the Earth. Look how small the Earth is now. But yeah, that goes to show we're in a good orientation. Because the Earth is that way, the moon is behind us. Which is good, because we want to be slowing down. Actually, I bet... Let's take a look at right-hand seat again. No. Yeah, no, the moon's probably right behind us. Okay. That's fine. We're all good here. We're having a good time. Okay, I'll go ahead and just get ready to stop you. Okay, stopping you. Alright.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
10 minutes and mark. Okay, they're counting down together. Alright, I think we have to go over to our friend over at the right-hand seat. We have some battery buses to worry about. So battery bus A. Check the DC volts. And watch them drop when we turn that on. And the same for battery bus B. Make sure the voltage drops when we turn that on. Verify SPS, helium valve, both bypass. Yeah, I guess those are on bypass, aren't they? RHC power director. Back in the left-hand seat. Go and turn that off and off. This is the control pitch. Rate CMD, rate CMD. BMAG modes. Rate 1. Gimbal control. Thrust vector control servos on MNA and MNB. Excuse me. I need to flip you to MNB. There we go. Right hand controller power normal. Gimbal motor. Okay, you can stop. I think you can stop. Okay, we're being annoying. Alright. And probably wasting fuel, which isn't ideal. Okay, auto switchover check. I think I need to go here and actually open this menu. Yeah, so I have clockwise on here. There we go. Verify no MTC continue. Gimbal position indicated for. Yep, I think we good. I think we're good. Gimbal motors on and on. Confirm and set trim. I think we did that. Verify. Verify MTCV moves in response to right hand control movement. I'm not sure what they want us to do there. Does that even do anything? Does that do things? It works. And I'm not afraid of touching it. And let's set it back to neutral. I don't know if flipping it over to clockwise does what that does. I haven't really learned about that too much. Probably need to do more tutorials. But I wonder if that's like a testing mode and then you put it back into neutral and that's like actually like that does things. But I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. Although this thing has gone back to being crazy. That's what that did. Yeah, I guess we were just testing to make sure that worked. Okay. Terms to V06 N18. I don't know if I want to return to V06 N18. I think you're giving me false information. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna set this to auto. Okay, that's fine. It's still just burning for no reason. I don't know what you're doing. Please stop that. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's good and we're just gonna go because I don't understand what this other stuff. Proceed and go to N18. I don't want to do that. I just don't feel like doing that. Yeah, I just want to wait till 2 minutes till burn. Oh, yeah. Turn on thrusters. Thrusters on. Thrust hand controller armed. Right hand controller armed. So at 35. Alright, so we're a bit ahead of there. We supposed to do that at 2 minutes, but we are ready to go. So yeah, at 30 minutes, or 35 seconds, this thing's gonna clear. And then it's gonna come back online just to kind of let us know, be like, hey, you ready? Kind of just a little clickety-click thing. Which I guess is good why we also got this, because for like 5 seconds we won't even see what this is doing. Because of that system. So, that's fun. But yeah, apparently it's a little quirk. It's just like, yeah, it just wants to let you know. You know, it wants to let you know. Hey, you there? And then we gotta do all 3 of these things in like 30 seconds. I'm just gonna do them now. I don't want to wait. I'm sure there's probably a reason why you do them at the last second, but I just don't want to. CMD reset. Perform ullage using throttle hand controller. Okay, so I guess.
Okay, Los. We are on our own now.
Oh boy.
Roger Los.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start doing these. Command reset. EMS mode normal. A minute to go. Can you shut up? Perform ullage using... Yeah, so if we need to, we need to perform ullage before the burn.
60 seconds to burn.
Yep. I'm gonna set you to Delta V. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay. Here we go.
Ignition.
Ignition.
The SPS is burning.
We are burning. Okay, sorry, we didn't need to ullage. Alright. Engine enabled. We're getting our Delta V. So once we get around 3,000, that's how we'll know we're captured. SPS thrust light is on. Yep, SPS thrust light is on. 06N40 is displayed. Delta V is counting in the EMS. Yep, there it is. We are getting our Delta V readouts. And we know it's about like 3,000-ish, one something. I think it's 3150, right? Yeah, so once it hits 3150, then we'll have to figure out how to stop it if it didn't stop already. Probably by flipping these switches down, if I were to guess. That's my first plan of action. If that doesn't work, then we panic. Yep. Yeah, once it ignites, we can discontinue ullage. And then just some things. Yeah, I mean, I think all this is just stuff you would normally check, you know, just to make sure the burn is forming nominally. I guess we can see there is very little G's. It's not that many G's that we're pulling right now. We can see... Oh, let's check the batteries. We can check the batteries. So we can see that the main bus B is doing great. The main bus A is also doing great. The fuel cells... Okay, it dropped a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all great. We love to see it. As we capture ourselves on the far side of the moon. Can't even see the moon. Is the moon... I guess the moon would be above us, because that's the only side where I see no stars. Yeah, I'm guessing that's where the moon is over there. Because there's no stars there. I'm guessing that's where the moon is. That would make sense. Because over there I see stars. Over there I see stars. So the moon must be above us, which I think it is, or below us. But I think it's above us. Yeah. Okay, we're 3 minutes into our burn. Don't know how long the SPS burn normally is. I have no idea.
Burn complete.
Okay. Wasn't quite on the Delta V, but I guess that was fine.
Roger, take a note of the burn time, R1, then complete the checklist. Key V82E to see current orbit. R1 and R2 is AP and PE in XXXX.XNMI. None of these values should be 0.
Yeah, that would be bad. Alright, yeah, I guess that's fine. Proceed. Okay, that closes that out. So what is it, verb 82E to calculate our orbit. Okay. 138.1, 517, 7511? R1 and R2 is apogee and perigee. Okay, well, 517 and 1381 is not bad. It's not quite what we said, but I guess it's close enough.
If they are, manually correct the orbit, or use the console command, circularize.
Okay, should we circularize? We could, maybe. Yeah, that manually adjusts that. Yeah, we can bring that down manually. It must be like orbit time or something. I guess it's fine. Yeah, we can't really adjust that too much without the SPS thrust. It doesn't like move that much, so. Alright, roger.
Good. Seems like the insertion orbit does not intersect with the surface of the moon.
That is good, yes, we like it when that happens.
Our next task is to circulate the orbit. This is done with the exact same procedures. It will be a shorter burn, with the goal of getting into a circular orbit at about 60 nmi altitude for both AP and PE.
Oh, is this 51.6? That would make more sense than 516 if we're trying to get down to 60. Yeah, probably. So use the same procedures where you set up the burn using the burn planner, target a burn at phase 0 and retrograde, and set the delta V to something that will bring the APD down to a circular orbit. And use all that again. Okay. So, yeah, we can do all that again. So, I'm just going to clear this. We already went through that. Burn planner. So, phase 0. Let's see how much 1,000 meters per second does. That is too much beams, Houston. Okay, better. Let's half it again. Oh, that's pretty good. 100 meters per second.
Apollo 8, time of SBS ignition is
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to do my own thing. I want to kind of look at the moon. So probably turn these off, seeing as we're not thrusting with the SPS right now. Probably don't want those running. Yeah, I just don't know. Let's see, maybe there's a checklist. There's so many checklists. Can't even find the one I want. There we go. Oh, it's just the scale is super weird. That's what it is. That's why I thought we weren't moving. This is the scale. Alright. There we are. Alright, I'll let that do its thing. Yeah, the scale is set to 5 out of 5. Yeah, because we got, what, like 70... We got like 3 hours in orbit of the moon, so we can go ahead and aim somewhere else before we need to look again. I kind of want to see the moon, you know? Yeah, there's the moon. I can see it now. Where are the lights in here? I want to see... I'm trying to see the edge of the moon, but the lights in here being so bright makes that hard. Yeah, I don't know. You turn on the tunnel lights, the rendezvous lights, the EVA lights, the docking probe. And then it is the normal lights. Yeah, I can sort of see like the disk of the moon through the window. It's kind of hard, but I'm trying. Oh, wait, hold on. Stop. I'm starting to see some surface detail. There we go. Look at that. We can actually start to see the moon. Look at that. Whoa. Couldn't see it because it was dark out. Now we can. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, Houston. Yeah, we're approaching the near side. Starting to see some mare. You don't see that on the far side of the moon. Oh, I heard another static ping. I thought that was them. No. Seriously, we haven't... Perhaps we haven't recontacted Earth yet. I mean, maybe we did. And they just don't feel like talking to us. Wait, when was our burn again? 70. Yeah, we're over half an orbit now. So I probably did miss the Earth rise. It's just so cool. Yeah, there's the sun over there. Okay. Yeah, I guess the Earth just didn't feel like contacting us today. You would have think they'd be excited for us to leave loss of signal. But nope. I don't see if there's anything else. Let me see if there's anything else we're supposed to be doing. No, other than circulate our orbit, there's really nothing else they want us to be doing. Alright. Alright, back aligned to retro. I'm just going to bop you into that so you stop talking. Pro. Okay, I think we're done with this. Verb 37. Enter 40. I don't know. Clear. They already did all this. Okay, there we go. I think it probably needs to be in program 0 before doing that. And that's why. Okay, 50 and 18. Okay, CMC mode to auto. Okay, and now we do verb. No. Verb 49. No, verb 49. Enter. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. This, and then proceed. So it should give us our countdown. Proceed. How do we get our countdown? Verb 06 and 81. Noun 81. Oh, enter. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Proceed. Six. Noun. 1. Enter. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yep, there we go. There's our countdown. Okay. All right. We just successfully tricked the Apollo guidance computer. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the face. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and time warp, and we'll go ahead and do this burn, and hopefully they're happy with that circularized. If not, oh well, it was circularized, and I think that's probably the end of the mission anyway. So yeah, it's been a long old video though. That's for sure. Okay.
Great job. Next task is to observe the lunar surface and check the area of the Sea of Tranquility.
I think we already observed the lunar surface. But yeah, there we go. Verb 37. Enter. I'm done with this part. 37. Close you. Noun 00. Cancel you. Verb 82. What's our orbit? 55 by nothing. Okay. That is not ideal. So let's try and undo that. There we go. Okay. We got a positive editor down. Is it easy? Okay, so we have... So that takes a while. So I wonder if it's easier to... If we quickly command a pivot around 180 degrees. I wonder if that will be a bit better to get that. And then, because the RCS really doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, because it just burned a little bit too much. I don't know. I put in the Delta... No, it's the Delta V I put in, so I don't know. Thought it would have been fine. But yeah, it seems like it's not quite doing what we would like it to do. Which is annoying. So we'll give it a little... Yep. Good enough. I would gladly take that orbit over one with a collision course. So, yeah, it's circular enough.
Open the map view and locate the Sea of Tranquility. It is the little ocean on the lunar equator, about 30 degrees left from the center.
We don't have access to the map view in VR, unfortunately.
Then use timescale to get the CSM closer to the location, and orient the spacecraft so you can see the Sea of Tranquility through the window.
So we're on the other side of the moon now. Pretty much already saw this. There we go. Lights. In the cab. I have visuals. Oh, there we are. No. Okay, no, we're there. Okay, let's go normal right about here. I think this would be the Sea of Tranquility off to our side here. Oh, no, it's roll. I forgot that that's how you do roll. Yaw is like this. Which honestly, twisting it makes me think of roll, not yaw. But whatever. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a map. I mean, do we have a map? I don't see a map. Oh, no, wait, no. Map. Moon. Alright. Oh yeah, and there we are. Okay. So yeah, no, we are passing right over Mare Tranquillitatis. We're looking straight at it. Actually, we're looking straight at Mare Fecunditatis, not Tranquility. Yeah, so we're about to go over Tranquility. Tranquility base. So yeah, here we go. Let's just do a bit of time acceleration. But yeah, we're looking at a lunar sea right now. Get a better view out the side window. Again, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what we're looking at based on just this. I mean, if we could try and find this big crater rim edge. But yeah, we're pretty much in here. I mean, yeah, if I try to find some landmarks. Maybe that crater there? It could be that crater there? That'd be about right. Anyway, yeah, I'm out of time. So, yeah. Either way, that was quite fun.
Feel free to continue exploring the lunar surface. It is important to study its surface and use a map to learn its topography.
Yep.
This completes the mission.
Alrighty. Sounds good there, Houston. So, yep. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. And, yeah, next time, I guess it's going to be returning from the moon and facing the full force of a translunar reentry. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye for now.